welcome to the live stream. My name is Karla Treadway. If you don't know me, if you haven't practiced with me, tonight we have a 75-minute power yoga class. I will be giving you many modifications, many options, many possibilities. Play with them. There's no better or worse option. Notice your energy level today. Notice if you can challenge yourself today, or maybe you need to take it easy. I have one block with me today. I'm sitting on it here in Virasana. If you don't have any props today, you'll be fine. If you enjoy practicing with that extra space, definitely have a block or a strap handy. And we'll begin in seated. We'll begin with breath. Find a comfortable seat, Virasana, or cross-legged Sukhasana, and then pick up your sits bones, bring them back so that you're plugging your perineum in, and now you're able to sit up tall, supporting the 3 natural curves of the spine. And then place your hands on the sides of your ribs. And as you inhale, breathe into the hands, allowing your ribs to expand east and west. And as you exhale, squeeze out every last bit of old and stagnant air. And for the first few moments here, just breathe and appreciate the movement here of your rib cage, your full respiratory system, your breathing muscles, your breathing organs. Breath is one of your most powerful tools to be able to access your body, to get out of your head and into the body. Good. And then moving on to something a little more vigorous, Kapalabhati breath. So in this breath, focusing only on the exhale. The inhale is passive, it's light, it's easy. You're just thinking out with the breath and out with that which doesn't serve you. Relax your belly here first. Let it just hang out, don't hold it back. And you can keep your hand here, or you can rest your hands on your lap. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale halfway and begin. Now keep this breath going. I'm going at about 1 breath per second. If that's too fast, just slow it down. Keeping your eyes closed, but your attention on your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, your vision, your potential. The very tip of your tongue rests lightly to the back of your teeth. So you start getting really refined, really purposeful with these tiny little movements so that we can be present. Because once we have the container, the structure to the poses, to the breath work, well, now we don't have to pay attention as much and we can start going within. Instead of having our attention here or there or all over the place, now we really get to be in the work. Knowing that there's 4 stages to pranayama. And when we're first starting out, we're kind of fidgeting, we're trying to find our technique. During the second stage, we're really efforting through things. And then around the 3rd stage, you really start feeling the effects of the pranayama. And there's a completion. You start to receive the grace of your efforts. Keep it going. Count out 20 more exhales in your head. When you're done, deep breath in. Hold your breath. Tuck your chin in. Lift the pelvic floor. Draw the lower belly in and up. So you start to pressurize, holding that breath work deep within your center. And then exhale out the top of the head. Breathe normally, just feeling the effects of that pranayama. Good. Make your way into child's pose. Knees wide, feet together. Drop your forehead down. Rock a little side to side. Warm up your hips. Release your low back. Press your fingertips into the mat. Press your inner palms into the mat. Widen your shoulders, widen your collarbones, and sink your hips down towards your heels. All together, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Come forward onto all fours, cat-cow. Align yourself up with good measure. Heels of the hands underneath the shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, round the back. Lift the pelvic floor, press the floor. On each inhale, try and get a little longer. Each exhale, try and lift the core a little bit more. So really start to over-exaggerate these two postures, these two poses. Good, let's take a twist. Reach your right arm up. Slide it underneath. Pop up onto left fingertips and twist left. I don't know if you could hear that, but I got that crack that I was looking for. Good. Unravel yourself. Reach the right arm up. Good. And then set it down. Other side. Left arm up. Slide it under. Look right. Press your right fingertips into the floor. Lean your upper body back and move your hips just a little to the left. Now sometimes we practice with music, sometimes we practice with our breath being the rhythm that we follow. And if you're practicing at home and you want to put some music on, absolutely go for it. And if you're enjoying the silence here, just really start paying attention to your breath and let your breath move you tonight. Let the breath be the beat. Sweep your left arm back up. Inhale here. Good. Exhale, left hand back to the floor. Do 2 cat and cows just to even out through the spine. Good. And then downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Move in your down dog however you want to. Maybe you take the feet a little wider. Maybe you drop the chest a little lower. Just move around in it. You know, we want to have really good form in our yoga poses, but we also don't want to be rigid. Flexible in both body and mind. Step to the front, little baby steps. Good, bend your knees and take your fists, measure your feet, bring your fists to the inner arches of the feet, bend your knees, fit your hands to your elbows, and then drop the head. Set your drishti, your gaze to the back of the mat, and use that to relax the head, neck, and shoulders a little bit more. And maybe move around in it, swing side to side or front to back. Good. Bend your knees more, fingertips to the floor. Lift your chest up and stick your butt back. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Bend your knees deeply. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your elbows towards the ceiling and then rise up with a strong flat back. Come all the way up. Step to the front of the mat. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's start with the sound of 1 Om. Take an inhale. Full exhale. Inhale halfway. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees as much as you need here. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Hold your plank here for this first one. Lift the heels up, press the floor, turn the elbows of the eyes towards one another. And notice your pelvis here. You want a neutral pelvis. You're not lowering it down. You're not sticking your butt up high here. Slightly tuck the tailbone under. Lift through the pelvic floor. Lift in and up through the lower belly. So you start finding those bandhas. And then lean forward. Keep the stability of the core. Lower halfway chaturanga. Kick your heels back. Come all the way down. Untuck the toes. And lift your chest up, cobra. Hover your hands. Squeeze the elbows in. Squeeze skin to muscle, muscle to bone of the legs. Familiarize yourself with the sensation in your spine. This is your back working, not just you pushing yourself into a back bend. Good. And then push yourself back, child's pose. And then back to your dog. Together, inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop, chaturanga. So if you're hopping, you skip plank and you go right to bent elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog, press back. Connect back to your inner palms. Look back at your feet, set your drishti there. Bend your knees a little. And take your inner thighs up and back. Creating more space in your low back. You can play with the bandhas here. Lifting the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, lower belly, Uddiyana Bandha. Bring your imagination back to your rib cage. Allow it to expand and contract to its fullest capacity. Step your toes together. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or hop. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, go down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Each time you come back to down dog, you get to reset. You reset your breath. You can adjust your clothes if you need. But hopefully just coming back to the work. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Keep your arms straight and strong. Press the floor away. Lift your hips up a little higher. Maybe the heels start to come down. If not, you're still doing it right. Maybe you need to bend your knees more in your down dog. Inhale, lift the heels, look forward, prepare. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or hop. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go down. We'll do one more sun A. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Inhale. And exhale. Now, if you need to make your upper body stronger, you're going to stay in your down dog. If you need to give your lower back some relief, you'll take a child's pose. If you've got some energy to burn, then we're going to go upside down in a headstand or a handstand. If you want to take this to a wall, you can take that to a wall. And maybe you start here. Maybe the toes are still on the ground, or very slowly one toe lifts, maybe the other toe lifts. Always moving really slow in and out of your headstands. No kicking. Headstand, choose to stay or slowly come down child's pose. Child's pose, come back to down dog. Down dog if you need a quick break, take a child's pose. Stay longer if you need, or everybody make your way into your downward facing dog. Look forward, walk or hop to the front. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold and bow. Wiggle the feet to touch, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down deep into your chair. Spread your fingertips. Turn your palms to face one another and set your eyes still. One point, find your drishti, your point of focus. So now that your eyes aren't darting around, now your mind is able to stay still. And now that your mind is able to stay still, start turning your attention inward. Put your attention on your breath, creating your own rhythm here for tonight's practice. Notice here, where do you need that constant distraction? You know, social media shut down for a day here. 3 major platforms. Did you enjoy that or did you struggle with that? Where are you distracting yourself constantly? Would it be so bad if you were just present with self? If you only had one thing to do? Fold forward, let it go. Practice that here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, warrior 1. Turn the left toes out a little. Reach the arms up. If this bothers your back knee at all, lift your left heel up. Take a crescent pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen your sit bones down. Lift your lower belly up. See if there's a little more wiggle room for that left hip to come forward. And then the icing on the cake is the bend in the right knee. Don't worry about how deep you go if that's not available today. Bring your imagination back to your ribs. It's like your whole torso is like a container, like a can of Coke. Try and expand and contract the entire can so that your breath is not just up here. Your breath is your entire torso, the clavicle, your diaphragm, your rib cage, deep belly breathing. Hands come down to the floor, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right toes turn out, warrior 1. So we'll move faster through these. It's just nice to build that body awareness here first, to hold, to linger. You know, flow yogis, vinyasa yogis, we like to move really quickly. It's much harder for us to hold. Again, that's a distraction. It's a distraction to move quickly. What happens if you stay? Is that so bad? One thing to focus on, less to worry about, staying focused, staying present, staying calm. It's not boring. In fact, you'll feel a whole lot of stuff start stirring up when you stay focused. Good, hands come down to the mat, chaturanga with control. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come back to the foundation of your hands, the foundation of your feet. Find stability, find power. Come back to your breath. Toes together, look forward. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale as you lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale as you lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come back to your hands. Come back to your feet. Come back to your breath. Good, feet together for core awareness, walk or hop. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, look forward. Walk or hop to the front. Inhale, find length. Exhale, bow. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. I think we have one more Surya Namaskar B in us, and then we'll move on to the rest of our sequence. Walk or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Just folding and unfolding. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward. Warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your toes together, right leg up. Three-legged dog. Keep your hips square here. Turn your right toe straight down towards the floor. Left knee can be bent, or work on getting the left heel closer to the floor. Good, now bend your top knee, stack right over left, open up your hips. Option to flip your dog, bring the left leg all the way over, bend your knees, turn your toes to the back of the mat, hips up, heart up, head falls back. Lift your left hip up a little higher, let your head fall back a little bit more. Bring the right hand back up and over. Side plank, right hand down, left arm up. Lots of options here. You can have your left foot in front like a kickstand. You could hover your left leg. You could reach for your left big toe, lots of options. Left hand down, nice and slow, no hurry, down dog. Reset, breathe in. Breathe out. Toes together, left leg up. Three-legged dog. So hips are square to start with. Don't open the left hip up yet. And then bend the knee, stacking left hip over the right. Option to flip your dog, bring the left leg all the way over, bend your knees. Both toes face the same way, heart up, hips up, head falls back. Watch out for your house plants, your pets. Hazards of practicing at home. And then bring your left hand back up and over. Side plank, Vashisthasana, left hand down, right arm up. Same variation you took on the last side. No hurry. Right hand down, back to down dog. Right leg lifted up. Right knee to your nose, pull it in. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step your right foot forward. Set your left knee down. Hook your thumbs. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Draw your arm bones up and back. Give your left glute a little squeeze. Good, and then half splits, hands to the floor. Straighten your front leg. Bend into the front knee, lift your back knee up, and come all the way up, crescent pose, high lunge. If your hip flexors are tight, bend your left knee. Kick your left heel back and stack it over top of your left toes. Twist hands to heart, left elbow, right knee. Twist right. Notice if your left hip is drooping. Lift your left hip up. Lift your butt into your hand. Bend into the right knee and now twist right. Warrior two. Open the arms wide. Set the left foot down flat and bend into your right knee. Open up your shoulders, your collarbones, and then look over your right middle finger. Lunge deep into your right thigh. Now, when we stay in things like warrior poses, we give them the chance to do their work. When we just breeze through them quickly, we're kind of missing all the effort, all the jewels from being in the pose. This is a great place to open up your hips. If your hips are tight, notice if it started to lean you forward. Can you stack your head over your pelvis? Bend deeper into the right knee. Open the right knee to the right wall. And then reverse. Stretch out your right side body. Come back up and take side angle. Left arm up and overhead, elbow to thigh, hand to a block or maybe the floor. But open your chest towards the ceiling. If you can't, that's a sign you just need to stay up higher. Maybe you start to turn your gaze up. Hug your right hip towards your right arm. Make good contact with yourself. Use that to lean back a bit more. Good. Rise up. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Toes together, left leg lifted up. Exhale, knee to nose, pull in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And lightly step it through. Place your right knee down. Hook your thumbs, Anjaneyasana low lunge. Give your right glute a little squeeze. Draw the arm bones back. Open up your heart. Hands to the floor. Half splits. Straighten your front leg. It's okay if this leg is not straight. Just moving in that direction. Bend into your front leg. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up. Rise up, crescent, high lunge. Catch your balance. Set your drishti. And then twist left. Now you can keep your back knee down if this is feeling tippy. Press elbow into knee, knee into elbow. Lift your butt up a little bit and then bend into the left knee. Notice if the right hip dropped here. Can you lift it? So now you start to put yourself on the spit so that now you can rotate. If your spine is rounded or asymmetrical, then you're just not going to get those good twists. So first we find the stability of the pelvis, the length of the spine. Well, now we can rotate. Warrior two, take your time, right foot down flat, open your arms up wide. Look towards your left middle finger. Don't lean forward or back, find the happy middle. Open your chest up even more. Reach to the fingertips. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior, right hand to the back leg. Reach your left fingertips to the back of the mat. And then side angle, elbow to thigh, right arm up and overhead. Make your right middle finger an extension of your right pinky toe. If you can keep your chest this open, maybe left hand to a block or the floor. Press your right foot down, reach and extend through the fingertips. And press elbow into knee, knee into elbow, rotate a little bit more. Rise up, warrior two. Hands come down, chaturanga. So sometimes a lot of that power comes from holding. Sometimes that power comes from having the integrity to know when you need to modify or when it's time to get yourself going. Step your toes together, right leg lifted up. Bend the right knee tighten towards your ribs and then step it forward. Crescent pose. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward, and now reach your fingertips to the back of the mat. Integrate the shoulders onto the back body, lift your chest up. Push off the back foot and take warrior three. Hug in through the right hip and drop your left hip down a little. Brace your core, lift the pelvic floor, Lift your back leg up a little bit more. And then bring your hands to your heart. Right hand to the floor, left arm to the ceiling, half moon. Now a lot of us, myself included, will benefit from a block underneath the right hand. I always find it's a little more wobbly, but it's better to get the length through the right side waist. Kick through the left heel. Let's slowly step it back. Warrior two. Arms wide. Straighten the front leg. Reach for a Trikonasana. Right hand to the shin. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Start up higher on the leg, even if you're used to going down to the floor. Now, put a little bend into your right knee. Lengthen your right side waist. Now, if you can keep that length, that space without rolling forward, then maybe reach for the floor, a block, or your right big toe. From here, pyramid pose, bend your right knee a little so you can bring your hands to the floor. And then hop your back foot in, shortening your stance. Draw your right hip back, your left hip forward. If the floor is too far away, bring your hands to your right upper thigh. Inhale, find length. Bend your right knee as much as you need. Exhale, fold and bow. Bring your chin towards your right big toe. And you can bring one hand to your sacrum. Notice if your hips are swaying to one side or the other. Keep them even, like you're going to balance a hot cup of tea on your lower back. And then inhale, lift your chest up. Left hand down, keep the hips exactly the same. Reach your right arm up, revolve triangle. You can always do that little self-check on the hips again. Now this is a lot of core, not just your hamstrings. It's a lot of effort to keep rotating, working so that your left eye can look up. Good, right hand down, bend your right knee, lift your left leg up. Stay here in the supported warrior three, bending the right leg, or straighten the right leg, folding forward, moving into standing splits. Good, step your feet together at the front of the mat. Bow and fold forward, grab onto opposite elbow. Notice a difference in your legs. Like if I ended the class right here, it might be a little harder to walk down the stairs. One leg might be a little longer. Release the elbows, wiggle the feet together. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Feet together, left leg up. Knee to nose, pull in. Step it forward. Crescent pose, high lunge, reach up. Hinge at the hips, bring your belly to your thighs, sweep your fingertips to the back of the mat. Open up your chest, squeeze the shoulders onto the back body, and then push off your back leg. Balance on your left leg, warrior three. Try and take the back bend out of your body. Bring your hands to your heart, and then left hand to a block or the floor, half moon, opening up the hips again, right hip over left. Every limb is facing in an opposite direction here, stretching out your entire body. Slowly make your way back, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reach for a Trikonasana triangle. Start high up on the leg, create space, and then if you can keep the space, maybe go for some depth. There are no gold stars for any variation of any yoga pose. Just playing with possibilities, taking breaks whenever you need. Just remembering that it's just a practice. And it changes every day. Bend your left knee, bring your right hand to the floor, hop your back foot in. Feet are heel to heel at a shorter stance. Square your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Hands can be on your upper thigh or on the floor. Find the length first and then bow and fold. Oh, this is my tighter side. My much tighter side. Do that little self-check. Hands to your sacrum. And then twist a triangle, right hand down on the floor of the block, left hand to your lower back. Lift your chest up and start to twist yourself left. Don't tilt the hips, keep them the same, and maybe reach your left arm up. Slide the skin of your outer left hip back. Elongate your ribs. Maybe look up, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Left hand to the floor. Push off your back foot. You can keep the left knee bent in this supported warrior 3 or straighten your left leg, standing splits. Now, this next one will feel like a piece of cake after this. Step your right foot next to your left, feet are hips distance, peace fingers around the big toes. Bow and fold. Now it's nice definitely to sequence a yoga class with poses easier to hardest. But also when you put an easier pose after a really hard pose, it just is nice and easy and makes us feel good and capable. So know that there's always a method to the madness. Hopefully there's a reason your teachers do what they do and sequence things the way that they do, that there's some sort of intention behind it. Stand on your hands. Keep your knees bent here to start. Lean forward and scrunch your toes up, massaging your wrists out after all those chaturangas. And then elbows bend wide, fold forward. Knees can be as bent as you need. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Bend the knees, release the hands. Malasana squat. Toes can stay forward, or most of us will be turning our toes out, sitting down and lifting our chest up. So resist the rounding of the spine as much as you can. Lift your chest up. Stay here in this juicy hip opener or Bakasana crow. Toes together. Lift the heels. Put your knees into the armpits. And then lean forward, making chaturanga arms. Press the floor. Lift the core. Option to slowly lower the head and revisiting your headstand. Just an option. Maybe coming back to your crow. Come back to Malasana. You never know if that's going to happen, especially when a class is live. Good, and then lift your hips up, turn your toes forward, bow and fold. Slowly roll yourself up. Keep bending the knees and tucking the chin, and bending the knees and tucking the chin, coming all the way up. Bend your knees, interlace your hands, stretch your hands away from your body. Good. Stand at the front of your mat, toes together. Eagle, right arm under, right leg over. Sit down deep in the hips, lift the elbows up. Set your drishti, your gaze point. I'm laughing because I always struggle with this one, especially tonight. Unravel, arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, left arm under. Left leg over. Sit down and know it right away. Look through the little eye of your forearms. Lots of things affect our balance. Have a sense of humor about it. Unravel, reach up, inhale. Exhale, right arm under. Right leg over, round two. Caffeine, food, water, sleep, mood, so many things. Sweep up, inhale. Exhale, left arm under, left leg over. Unravel, sweep up, inhale. Exhale, Samasihi, arms at your side. Breathe in together. Breathe out. Balance on your left foot. Grab onto your right knee or your right big toe. Lift your chest up. Maybe work towards straight leg. This is a great place to use your strap here. Firm up your outer left hip. Set your gaze. Open to the right. Your knee to the right, your big toe to the right, your strap to the right. Reach your left arm up in the opposite direction. Lift your heart, lift your upper back, lift your spirits. Go to your maximum. Slowly bring your knee or big toe forward. Hands to the hips, keep the leg there, point the toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Breathe in. Breathe out. That always kills my quad. Other side, left knee or left big toe. Take the rounding out of your back. Stand up proud and tall, maybe straightening the left leg. Left leg does not need to be straight, but work on straightening your right leg a little bit more. Firm into the outer right hip. And then open what you got to the left. Open your right arm to the right. Open up your chest. Lift your upper back towards the ceiling, your heart towards the ceiling. Go to your maximum. Slowly bring the leg back through center, hand to your hip. Keep the leg there, point the toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Dancer, grab onto the inside of the right foot, bring your knees together. Lift your left arm up. Place a little mudra on the thumb and the index finger. Spread your right toes. Kick the foot into the hand. Now, don't fold forward too much. That's a bound warrior 3. Keep the chest lifting. The left hand reaching while you kick up. So we're turning this into a back bend, finding the dance between reaching up and kicking back and reaching up and kicking back. Kick to come out. Eyes still, breath strong, no drama. Other side, inside of the left foot. Right arm up. Kick up and back, reach up. Set your eyes still, drishti, gaze point. Kick to come out. Eyes still, breath strong. One more, each side, dancer. Go to your maximum, yogi. Kick to come out. Feel what you feel and don't freak out. Other side. Go to your maximum. Kick to come out. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga to the floor. Untuck the toes. Reach your fingertips to the back corners of the mat or interlace your fingers, binding it. Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, spread to the toes and lift the legs up. Each inhale lifts you slightly. Each exhale builds the resilience. It helps you to stay relaxing into the pose while using effort. And then slowly set it down. Look left. Breathe into your low back. Repeat, or Dhanurasana bow. Grab onto the outer ankles. Bring the knees together. Look forward. Flex the feet. Kick the feet back. Now what does this look like? It's dancer, but with both legs at the same time. Kick up. Lift the chest up. Now use your legs, back bend stem from strong legs, strong glutes. Slowly set it down, look right. Deep breaths. Tuck your toes. Knees together, hands next to the ribs, hug the elbows in. Push up onto your knees, maybe lift the knees up, chaturanga, back up to plank, and back to your dog. Hop your feet through, lay down. Bridge pose, lift the hips up. You should just be able to touch the back of the ankles. Make sure your feet are hips distance and your toes are facing straight forward. From here, use your glutes to lift the hips up high and then relax them and keep your hips there. Slowly set it down. Repeat or wheel. Flip the palms, come up onto the crown of the head and pause here. Check it out. If it's good to go, straighten the arms, lift the hips up higher. Any pain or pinching in your back means come back down, take bridge. Look up at the ceiling first. Slowly come down. Bridger wheel, come on up. Peak your practice right here. The most effortful pose of the series, like the last little bit of the toothpaste tube that's left behind. Slowly set it down. Supta Baddha Konasana, bottoms of the feet touch, knees wide. Relax, relax your belly, your arms, your legs, everything. Bring your feet to the floor. Now, I neither want you to have a giant gap underneath your low back, nor no gap, okay? So I want you to find those 3 natural curves. So your lower back does have a curve in it. So keep a little bit, and then lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly in and up, and then bring your knees right above your hips, not closer. And then take your hands to the front of the knees. Take an inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, draw the belly back. Press the knees away without smushing your low back into the ground. Inhale, release. Exhale, brace your core. Lift the pelvic floor. So we're just neutralizing those big back bends with some intelligent core work. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Knees to chest for a moment, Apanasana. Good, and then knees over hips, arms at your side. Now, without straightening the leg to reach the floor, I want you to think about just hinging at the hip crease. So that 90-degree bend stays, and I'm just tapping the floor. Again, pay attention to your pelvis, pay attention to that space underneath your lower back, and think about bracing your core. So ribs towards your hip flexors. So you're not flaring out or smushing down, you're supporting the natural curves of the spine. Now, if this is really easy for you, start doing 2 toes at the same time. If you switch to 2 and you notice, hey, you start to feel that in your lower back or your ribs are flaring, then go back to 1. Good. Straighten your legs. Curl up, look at your belly button. Draw the belly button back. Point the toes, hover just your right foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down, relax, inhale. Exhale, curl up, lift the left leg up, squeeze skin to muscle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down, inhale. Exhale, curl up, maybe both feet, if not, one at a time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down. Raise your right leg, crawl up your leg with your hands. Lay down, give that leg a little stretch. And then switch, curl up, grab onto your left shin, and then lower it back down. Good, and then both feet up, hands beside your side. Point your toes, squeeze the legs together, brace your core. Lower the legs down. 1, stay or lower. 2, curl up, look at the belly button, maybe 3. Go all the way back up, relax the head. Again, lower. 1, 2, maybe 3. All the way back up. Good, bend both knees in, hands behind the head. Bicycles, right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee, back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then 20, 19. I'll let you count in your head here. And then knees to chest, Apanasana. Squeeze them in tight and just roll little circles into your low back one way and then the other. Drop the knees to the left, look right. And then go the other way. Back through center. Hug the right knee in, straighten the left leg. Lengthen your spine, kick through the left heel. And then switch. Tuck the chin in a little, see if you can get taller still. Okay, happy baby. Grab onto the outer edges of your feet, stack the feet over the knees, pull the feet down and kick the feet into the hands at the same time, creating those opposing energies, those dual actions. And see if you can get your lower back a little closer to the mat. Maybe rocking like a happy baby. Babies don't do this when they're mad, they do it when they're happy. I've also heard this called dead bug. I much prefer happy baby. Supta Gomukhasana. Gomukhasana on your back, right thigh over, so that your knees are one on top of the other. And then you'll curl up and grab onto whatever you can reach. If you can grab your feet, great. Flex them and then lay back down. And now bring your feet wide like the handles of a bicycle and pull them down towards your shoulders as the hips go down towards the floor. And you'll get into that tight little muscle in your outer hip. You can hear my voice changing, so I must be hitting that spot. While these hip opening poses are much easier on our knees, on our backs, so if that's an issue for you, doing these poses lying down is a really good option. And then switch, left thigh over, curl up, grab onto whatever you can, knee, shin, ankle, foot, lay back down, feet wide and down towards your shoulders. Notice any asymmetries in your body, and then also don't get frustrated by them. You know, the body is not perfectly symmetrical, even when we look at like organ placement. And with yoga, we can definitely increase the symmetry, but it's very unlikely that you will be perfectly symmetrical at any time. Good. Unravel the legs, thread the needle, right foot, left knee. Reach to the hole, grab onto the left shin and lower it down. Flex your right foot, roll the right knee away from you, bring your hips down to the ground. If you're really tight, it's nice to put this left foot on a wall. You can use the wall to support you. If you're really open, curl up, cradle your right shin and place your left heel down. And if you're very open still, maybe straightening your left leg. But if you straightened it and it starts to lift your head up, then either slide something underneath your head or bend your left knee again. You want your neck to be really relaxed here. You don't need your neck for this pose. Good, and then thread the needle on the other side, grabbing onto the right shin and laying down. Hips towards the ground, staying here or cradling the shin and bringing your right foot to the ground. Maybe straightening the right leg. So you want to feel like your hip muscle is stretching but not tugging or pulling. Nothing too aggressive, nothing quick or jerky. Everything is slow and smooth and controlled in yoga, even when we're moving faster like in a vinyasa. We're not just flailing our bodies into space on a whim and a prayer. That's how we get hurt. Okay, knees to chest, Apanasana. And then start rocking up and down, and up and down, and up and down, still up and downing. Good, rock all the way up, Navasana, balance on your sits bones. Good, single-legged pigeon. You could take a vinyasa and go to down dog or just get into pigeon. Hips are square. A lot of us will benefit from something underneath the right hip. Don't lean into it. In fact, pick yourself up. Draw the lower belly in and up. Flex the right foot like crazy. Keep that and then slowly lower down onto the forearms without leaning to the right. So my right hip is hovering here. I don't have a prop underneath it. It's good to know how to practice with props as well as without props. If you don't have props, you just have to use a little more effort. Props just make things easier. They also make us accountable. They're a good sense of measure. Imagine that there's hands on your hips and they're pulling you back as your heart pulls away from it. Imagining those days of hands-on assist when someone could do that for you. Double pigeon, straighten the arms. Lean to the right now. Bend your left knee and carefully bring it around. Now, double pigeon or cross-legged. So you put one shin in front or one shin on top, and then look down, check to see that you have a triangle. Take your sits bones back, hands to the floor, and then lift your chest up so you start to put yourself on the throne. It's okay if the left knee is up. Sitting on something will make this a little easier. If you would like, you can fold forward, keeping both feet flexed. Work on that first fold of the body, the hip crease. Really powerful and stable joint. It takes time to open the hip girdle. Sit up tall. And then we'll take single leg pigeon on the other side. You could take a vinyasa or just bring that right leg behind you. Stay up high on your fingertips to start. Imagine that you're putting on some tight jeans, so you're zippering up the low belly and then keeping that as you lower down onto the forearms. So it's not a floppy or a sloppy pigeon here. You're keeping some alignment. There's some effort here, even though at the end of the class, we're pretty tired. It's really nice just to slither into some of these, but stay present. You'll open up your body better, safely, if you keep structure to the pose, some architecture to the pose. Soften your jaw, your gaze, your shoulders, anything you don't need in this moment. Straighten your arms, lean to the left, bend your right knee and carefully bring the right leg around, double pigeon or cross-legged on the other side. Shin over shin, feet are flexed, sit bones back, heart up. So you start to put yourself at a right angle. And then when you fold like a right angle as well, folding at the hip crease so that eventually there's no space between your chest and your thighs. Really working on folding, not just stretching, so that we're moving through joint space. Press your hands into the floor, slowly come up, lean back a little and straighten out your legs, Paschimottanasana. Sitting on something is really helpful for this one, so is bending your knees. Bend your knees so that you're folding, grab onto the big toes, and then if you can keep the fold, press the legs towards straight. Instead of thinking forehead to shin, think chin to big toe. Flex the feet and press your big toe mounds forward. Bring your heart forward. Seek out inner thighs stretching forward. Sit up, Janu Shirsasana, so right foot to the inside of the left leg, or half lotus, bringing the foot to the hip crease. If you want, you can take a bind, right fingertips to the right big toes, and then folding forward for your left big toe. Oh, this one always gets my quads every time. That same one that was gripping in our standing balance. And change. Either Janu Shirsasana on the other side, left foot to right inner thigh, or pick up the foot and place it in the hip crease. Don't put any pressure on your knees. If you feel pressure on your knees, then take Janu instead. Same benefits, just different way of doing it. You never get yoga, you never master yoga. Once you have one thing figured out, it just opens up the door to 20 more things to learn off of that. So don't ever feel like there's somewhere really to get to. That's what makes it such a great practice, is you'll honestly never be bored. Once you start a daily practice, you'll never figure it all out. There's only more to learn, more refinements, more digging within. It just gets more interesting the longer you practice. Sit up tall, unravel. Let's do one more round, Paschimottanasana, to even out. Maybe you can reach further this time, grabbing onto wrist. Good, sit up tall. Roll down onto your backs. Take a plow pose. I like to take my knees right to my armpit, so I keep my knees super bent here. Then you want to make sure that you're on your head and the tips of your shoulder blades. You're not on your neck. You're keeping the space underneath your neck. So a lot of us are straightening our legs in this pose and putting that pressure on our neck. It's better to fold here. slowly roll yourself out. Shavasana, straighten the legs, turn the palms to face the ceiling, let the toes flop to the side. Fully relax your body. Notice the heavy, dense weight of skin, muscle, and bones. Noticing the container of the body, your stability, your force. And then notice the lighter parts of you, the more expansive parts of you, your breath, your circuitry, your imagination. And notice these two polarities, this very heavy, dense, earthly body, and light and expansive energy, prana, vision. And then just take some time here to relax, to dream, to notice anything that shows up for you. Trust that whatever shows up for you is exactly what you need to see or hear. In this deep, relaxed state, just learning to trust yourself and the messages from your heart. Now, you could stay here longer, or I'm going to end in a little bit of pranayama. Feel free to join me or stay right where you are, taking your time, rolling to one side. And really calm, really slow, just make your way back into a seat. Virasana, cross-legged, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, you're going to count out 108 Kapalabhati breaths followed by a retention. So again, focusing on that exhale. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and begin. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Deep breath in. Hold your breath, chin down, pelvic floor lifts, belly in and up, hold full. Release whenever you need to. Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Raise your right hand and you'll curl your peace fingers in or rest them on your third eye. Take a cleansing breath in through both to start. Full breath out. Close your right nostril. Inhale left. Close both and pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close both. Exhale right. Continue on your own. Change the rhythm if you need, the pace if you need. Continue until you end with the exhale on the left side. When you're done, resting your hands in your lap, Ujjayi, constricting the back of your throat. We'll end with the sound of 3 ohms. Hands together, Anjali Mudra, fingertips touch space between the palms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale halfway. Bow your head towards your hands, sealing off your practice. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. I apologize if I have a bad chanting voice or an oming voice, but it just feels so good to belt it out. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you next time.